I was watching this woman talk about how other women don't listen to us divorced women when it comes to like relationships and advice and whatnot. Now, I wanted to add my 2 cents in there because as a woman who was married for 20 years, recently divorced, I just created like a list to kind of just impart some insight. Now, you can take it with a grain of salt. This is for someone if you're married, not married, single, dating. I don't care. This is for women in general because we are all up against the patriarchy, right? So, just a few things that not only I made sure I did, but things that I really wish that I knew sooner because no one thinks they're going to get divorced, right? Especially after 20 years. Like, you don't think that. But anyway, here's a few things. Make sure you finish your degree. So if you maybe met your partner, your husband, spouse, whoever, and you didn't finish your degree, maybe you got pregnant like I did in undergrad, make sure you go back and finish your degree and get multiple. I got 2 degrees. um, have your career and prioritize it because we are up against the patriarchy. Men will prioritize their work, right? They're expected to, whereas us women, we're supposed to like orbit around everything else, including making work just kind of fit in. No, you prioritize your work, your career. Get a social circle that doesn't just include married women. That was the biggest thing for me. I lost my identity in my marriage, as a wife, as a mother, and a military spouse. And you know how it is if you're a military spouse, like you just get so sucked into that circle and it kind of keeps you in a little pocket where you're not really stretching yourself out. So make sure you get friends that are single and friends that are also outside of whatever community that you are a part of. And my friends that I've cultivated, who a lot of them are either divorced or single or dating, whatever the case might be, they were like these guiding lights for me, a reminder that I'm Amanda and Amanda has agency, Amanda has sovereignty. And that really allowed me to kind of, make my way forward when it came to divorcing and feeling more confident in who I am. Do your own things like travel, go to dinners by yourself, go to events, whatever the case might be. Do things outside of that marriage, outside of that spouse. All these things I'm telling you is for you. It isn't really necessarily have to do with who you're with or being married. These are just things to help you feel more empowered as you're just navigating life as a woman, especially if you are getting into relationships. Center yourself, not the kids, not the home, not your partner. Like I said earlier, like some of us as spouses, we and mothers, like we'll orbit ourselves into our life when we actually need to be the center. Everything else, nothing moves unless we move. Right? The kids don't do this until we do it, right? Until we move it around. Anything going on with the family, we are taken care of. So we need to make sure we are the center of our lives all the way, every single day. And lastly, every year, elevate. I don't care what that looks like, whether that's socially, whether that's physically, whether that's mentally, emotionally. Every year, make sure you prioritize your elevation. Even like those milestone years, right? Maybe you're turning, 30 or 40, whatever the case might be. So, like I said, all this is just for any woman because we are all against the patriarchy. And when we are in this system of marriage, we tend to be disadvantaged and we tend to take on all this load and we can succumb to marriages and situations and the roles. So please make sure you honor yourself, center yourself in your life, and do things that make you feel empowered.